Welcome to a product demonstration of SP Central Service Manager. This is a new product from SP Marketplace that allows you to create a consolidated place that employees, citizens, constituents, whatever, can submit service requests into your organization and have it routed to the correct department to have the service request fulfilled. And what we'll find here is you're going to improve overall service levels by having a consistent way of delivering services for employees and other groups, that you're going to drive productivity across your departments, across departments that may now be getting phone calls, emails, and so on. And you're going to enhance the visibility across the entire organization to see how departments are delivering services. SP Service Central is built on top of Office 365 and SharePoint and Teams. It's part of our SP Workplace Solutions, which you can purchase as an individual product, or it can be purchased as part of our self-service intranet offering. So one of the things that we've found in many organizations is that it can be very frustrating for employees to get what they need from the organization and communicating with departments, because each department does things in a different way. They provide services in a different way. What if an employee needs to find the latest piece of collateral or an image logo, the right image logo to put it on the heading of a letter? With marketing, what if they have questions about benefits or those type of things with HR, or what if they're having a technical problem and they need help from IT? All of these types of departments provide services, yet often each of them uses different ways to provide the services. So it ends up to be very frustrating for the employee and possibly a lot of time wasting for the departments themselves. A lot of phone calls, forms, emails, that type of thing, and losing the service request as well. So why not drive productivity with a more consistent process? That's what Central Service Management is all about. It's the ability for an employee to come to a service portal, submit a request based on a service selected, and it will be actually routed to the correct department. And then there will be follow-through on tracking of the service request through the service portal and total automation of notifications and so on, and the ability for these departments to track where the service requests are and assign them out. That's what Central Service Management is all about. And it can save you a lot of time, and it can empower employees to get things done, and such that they're not afraid to go in and work with corporate to get things out there and be less frustrated. Some of the key features of it are, there's a self-service portal for internal customers, also that they can search a knowledge base, they can submit and track service requests and see the status. So it's really like a self-service portal for all services in the organization. You can also capture requests from external customers, such as citizens or association members and that type of things, through a web form on your website. And so this empowers now you out to the outside external users as well. It's fully customizable because it's built on the Microsoft Power Platform. You can have customizable forms. You can have dynamic forms such that, for instance, if it's a facilities request, it'll automatically pop up the location field or that type of thing. There's workflows that can also be customized to support specific types of service requests for various departments. It actually does service selection is what drives the routing. So you can have a catalog of services that is more in terms of what employees or citizens think about, which in the background can drive it to different departments for assigning and fulfilling the service request. It allows each department to track and manage it as though they have their own help desk system. So they see their service request, and there's auto reminders for overdue requests and those type of things. So it helps each department without having to expose the departments to other departments' service requests. And there's full reports and dashboards and so on by department, as well as an overall one that provides visibility across all services there. So From a user interface perspective, it is role-based. There's a self-service portal that employees can go through to make service requests. And then there is a staff portal that's accessed by the department. And this can be accessed through SharePoint or Teams. With Teams, we actually can set up a channel called Service Desk or Service Management, and the department staff can actually see the service request, get notifications actually through posts on their channel as well, and through email notifications. And you can even have subcategories where individuals, say somebody in charge of benefits or payroll, gets notified for specific types of cases that are picked out. You can also combine it with our SP Workplace Solutions as part of our overall self-service intranet, where it's providing Service Central, and it can be combined with Doc Central for central document search and processing, and Process Central, where employees can get to different business processes easily. So it also plugs in with our self-service intranet. And you can use this for multiple users. Businesses can use it for empowering employees to get stuff done. Local governments can use it with our web forms and our mobile access for more of a citizens request system. And associations can also use it with web forms for outside members' requests as well. So it's not limited to just inside use. So let's take a look at a demonstration of what this looks like. Okay, I'm an employee at Radiant Solar, a commercial regional solar distributor, and I'm at the home page of our intranet. Now, one of the things I want to do is I've got a couple of questions for HR, and rather than trying to call them or those type of things, I'm going to just submit a service request in Service Central. So I can go in here, I can click Help Central. That will take me to Service. And what Service Central is kind of a central help desk that I can ask for help from any part of the organization, not have to worry about, am I using the right help desk or submitting it over email and never get an answer back. Here I can actually just go in and submit my request. But let me just show you what else is in here, because it's pretty cool. There is service announcements. So if there's any announcements that I need to know, and for instance, the ERP system being down, it'd be nice to know that before I submit a request. I can even talk to our HR manager live, because they're up for live support contracts. I could also go in and take a look at any of my service requests I have outstanding across any department and see the status of them as well. I can also go in and maybe I need to get a form. Such as a direct deposit form or changing things. I could go here. If I need to find direct deposit, I could go in and find direct deposit form right there. So it's not just a service desk, but it's actually a place that I can go to help myself and hit a knowledge base, perhaps answer my own question. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and put in a service request here. So I hit the new service request. I can go in and I'm going to ask how many floating holidays do we have this year. And this is really, it's an HR request. And it's about our policies or time off policies. And again, what is the number of floating holidays? I'm trying to plan my vacations this year. I could also put in an attachment. I did that last week for a direct deposit change for when I changed banks, and I just attached the form right here. But all I have to do is hit save, and it automatically goes. Now, the other cool thing is I get an email, so I know that the HR department got this and will be working on it as well. And I'll also get an email when it is completed. And I can keep track of any of my service requests here. I can see that it hasn't been assigned yet out here as well. I can see also, though, that they did process my direct deposit from last week, and that is closed and all done. And I did receive an email about that. The system is so much better than playing telephone tag and or email tag with the different departments and wondering if they got my stuff. I can deal with any department in the organization through Service Central management. Now I'm going to take off my hat and actually become part of the HR staff, and we'll see how they actually get the request here and process it. Now, we're using Teams, Microsoft Teams, for our HR group, and we've created a channel. In fact, the SP Service Central Management or Central Service Management product actually created this channel when we installed it. And we can see that the notification has actually come in to the channel. I've also received it in my email. So if I look at my Outlook here, I got a notification that there was a new request put in, a question here. Now, as I mentioned in the conversation section of the channel, this is self-service management for HR. It's in our HR team. We've got that, and then we also have the service desk, so we can see any requests that have come in, and here is this new request about floating holidays and responding to that. There's also one about vacation balances. It looks like it's from the same guy here. So what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to select that and I'm going to edit it. And I can now go in and actually assign this. So our payroll person that actually is responsible for also vacation stuff, I'll assign this to, and it's a question, and that is Graham. Okay, so we'll assign this to him. Graham will get an email, and I'll go in and say, check against payroll and time off system. That's a note to Graham. And I'll hit save. And now Graham will get an email and can come in here and actually look at his cases and see that. So we can see that it's been assigned. Now, if I came in as Graham, I could open up this and see this. I could also just look at my cases as Graham too, and be able to answer that. By the way, if I ever wanted to talk to the requester or Graham, I just hover over them, and it actually allows me to have any conversation as part of this. And after all, we are in Teams. So I'll go in and select this if I were Graham, and then Graham can go in and check on the vacation balance here and send it out to the user, and then he can put a note in and said answered today with appropriate balance information. And then he can just go right over here. He can go in and close the ticket. It will automatically put the request information in there. He can even put in, if you want to track it, that he spent 30 minutes on it looking it up, and hit save. And now we can see it's closed. Now I'm back as David, the requester here, and he can see also that this was closed, and he can check his email for a completed request and the answer with information in his email. And I think we just heard that come in. We'll check it, and thank you again for the request and so on. And this isn't the completed one, but we'll see that come in just a minute. The great thing is, whatever department you're in, you will see your requests that have come in. Here's the marketing department, and there was a request for some solar financing brochures from the sales office, and also to get ready for a home show. There was a request for 130 solar worksheets that just came in, and again, we could go in and assign this and track this and make sure that the work is being done. So it doesn't matter what department you're in, there is a channel that is the self-service management, whether it be IT, whether it be marketing, or whatever. So it allows you to have a central service desk and have it automatically route requests to the different departments so that they can take a look at them and manage them in their team. Now, there's also a staff portal in the central service management product out here that allows employees to that have the right administrative capabilities to go in and see all requests across all departments and really see how they're doing across departments. They can look at them by category, by type here, which is in essence departments out here too as well. The other thing that is nice is that you can actually have the forms change. If it's a facilities request, for instance, you'll see the location field automatically pop up when that category is done. And the other nice thing is there is a dashboard for all so that you can actually filter. This is an IT portal ticket analysis for the IT tickets, and I can go in and see, you know, that they had 9. I can even see who they were assigned to or from, and it's a full dashboard for managing the service request, either for a certain department or across departments. And this also works in SharePoint. So for instance, here is all the HR cases in SharePoint. They were able to go in and see just their cases in the service request, the central service request application here too. So whether you use Teams and access it through Teams or whether you want to get it through SharePoint, you can do this. But the nice thing is for your employees, you've got a central service capability that it will take care of routing it to the different departments. It keeps the employees up to date and notified, and it puts some real consistency in your internal services in the. Thank you for taking the time to review our new SP Central Service Manager product. Visit spmarketplace.com and pick the SP Central Service Manager page, and there you can find feature details, you can see screen tours, and you can even request a live demo or access a video demonstration of the product. Again, spmarketplace.com.